Psychotic bitch, I swear she's gonna kill me, throw my body in a ditch.
I have so much to say. And I literally just like blacked out.
Okay, where do I begin? I don't even know if this video is gonna be one of the edited videos that you guys all know and love, or if this is just gonna be a realistic story time, just like me, the camera, you. I don't know which route we're gonna take, but if you guys have been following my channel in the last few months, you'll know that Zach and I have recently gotten a new apartment. I've literally pimped this apartment out on my YouTube channel. Like, I was the pimp, this apartment was my slut, and I just pimped it out for content. And I feel like there was just an elephant in the room the whole time, and I was lying to you guys because there is a key factor to this apartment that you guys know nothing about, and my life is on the line. My life is on the line. You guys may not know what I'm talking about, but if you read the title, there is absolutely no clickbait in that, and it's actually worse than what you're thinking. I promise you, you will get chills during this video. Terrifying, creepy, dark, but it's gonna be a great time. So go get a snack, go get a coffee, we're gonna chill out. So yeah, if you guys have followed me for a while, you know that... What's that smell? Is there a candle burning? That smells so good. That's me. It's because I'm wearing my new scent from Scentbird. For those of you who haven't been around for a while and don't know, Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that gives you the opportunity to shop from over 600 brands of fragrances. This month I was sent 3 fragrances, and you guys know I'm obsessed with the way these little samples open. It's like a little fidget toy, and then you just pop it back in there and close. But this month I was sent 3 fragrances. I was sent Mercedes-Benz Man, Sexual, which I'm wearing right now. It smells almost like a masculine flowery scent, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Anyway.
Not that flowery scents can't be masculine.
And then I also got the Harmonist, which I love all 3 of these. It just so happens that today I was feeling a little sexual. So Scentbird is both for women and men. It lets you choose from your favorite designer fragrances every month for just $15. And you get to choose what you get every time, so there are no surprises. You get what you want. With each fragrance, you'll get a sample that lasts up to 30 days. So you can really give it a whirl. If you have commitment issues, you can really test it out before you commit to a full-size bottle. And you can upgrade to 2 or 3 products per month. They carry top designer brands like Prada, Gucci, Versace, but they also work with indie brands, which I think is really cool. Indie brands like Vince Camuto, Rag & Bone, Confessions of a Rebel. And don't worry, all of them are 100% authentic, because they work directly with the brands, but you did not hear that from me. And what I love is if you're like me and you're not too familiar with fragrances, you can take a simple quiz on Scentbird, and based off of your responses, previous purchases, preferences, they'll help you find a fragrance that you'll be sure to love. But if you're someone who knows what you want, round of applause number 1, you can find your dream scent match by searching by brand, mood, occasion, or personality. And the best part, Levi,
the best part
is that you can keep customizing your recommendations by rating fragrances. So like the more you rate, the more personalized your recommendations will be. These samples, and I put samples in quotes because these are 8 times bigger than your normal fragrance sample, and I seriously love Scentbird. So if you guys are interested, make sure you use my coupon code in the description down below for 30% off your first month. So that's just $10 for your first month at Scentbird. You can also just download their iOS or Android app. It's so easy to use. The link for that is going to be in the description down below. So make sure you guys check that out, and thank you so much to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Alrighty, so let's get into this story time. It's not even a story time because there's no start or finish. It's literally still happening right now. Like today, I was woken up from the crazy antics by my crazy neighbor. And I'm so glad that I decided to start recording, because how many crazy story times can you really believe from someone? You know what I mean? Thankfully, I have all the footage for you guys to see here. But as you guys know, Zach and I moved into this apartment complex on Halloween. I've known about this complex for a while now because it was always honestly really trashy. I never planned on moving here, ever. But within the last year, a huge, very well-known and respected apartment complex corporation bought it, and they're completely redoing it. They want to make it like their model community. My apartment's beautiful. Brand new. I'm the first person to live in this like brand new apartment. Once this new corporation bought out this apartment complex, they completely redid everything. They doubled the rent. I think they said 90% of the people who moved in here since they bought it are nurses. Respectable, life-saving people, but they couldn't just kick all the old people out who were living here. So we still got some of these people living here, which is fine in most cases. Other than that, everything's been great. Everyone is always walking their dogs. We talk to them. So friendly, so nice. But my neighbor, my fucking neighbor, everybody. Our first week here, Zach and I were sleeping in the morning, and we were awoken to a huge fucking commotion. We woke up to a huge commotion, and honestly, I was kind of living for it. We had our blinds open. We were sleeping facing the window. All we had to do was open our eyes. It was happening right outside our window. Our neighbor, who I should probably talk a lot lower because she's gonna fucking hear me right now and come eat my face. So picture this. We're sleeping, we open our eyes, and we just see a fucking shit show outside of our window. Everyone from management standing in like a half circle around her, basically around our window, and she's like in the middle of it, like kind of with her back against our window. They all have walkie-talkies and they're like on guard and shit. I was like,
You know what? Okay, maybe they're fucking playing Red Rover or hopscotch. I don't know what's
going on, okay? But I keep watching, and they started brawling, and then the cops came and she started fighting the cops. She's like doing this whole thing. It was a lot to take in my first 10 seconds of waking up. Anyway, the cops are dragging her away, and it turns out that morning she did a fucking planned attack on the maintenance guy. She called the maintenance guy and said she needed help, and she was like waiting in her apartment. He knocked on the door and went in to help her, and she attacked him. Literally assault. For the next like 2 weeks she was gone, and I was like,
I don't know, maybe she's staying at her sister's house.
Maybe work was hard for her this week. She needed some time to clear her head. She was brought to a mental institution and kept there for 2 to 3 weeks, which is fine. Now really quick on a serious note, before we get into the stuff that's like targeted towards me, I do want to say that I genuinely do feel bad for her. This isn't the type of problem you have with your neighbor where like, you're like,
Oh, she's a crazy bitch. She gets mad when I park over the line. Like,
she's actually crazy. Like, I'm genuinely scared she's gonna hide around a corner and stab me or like
eat my face.
I could be wrong. Feel free to give your opinions. No hate. I do feel like she might be schizophrenic because she uses a lot of different voices. Maybe there's a different name for it. I have known people in my life who have been schizophrenic, so it's just my own. I'm not diagnosing her. It's just like my own, like you guys are picking my brain right now. I'm gonna throw a lot at you guys in a really short amount of time. So like 2 weeks after she got home from the mental institution, I was going to get dinner with my parents. As I'm walking out of my apartment, I hear like banging, smashing, screaming, which honestly was normal at this point. To get to my car, I have to pass her sliding glass door and window. So I'm walking past it. She ripped all the blinds off of her windows except the sliding glass door. She took the screen off her window and was hanging out her window, like literally to her waist, hanging out her window, screaming really offensive things. And then finally she sees me and she starts beating her chest like a gorilla, like an ape. I was like, are you good? Like, whatever. So Miss Lady is beating her chest out of her window like a gorilla. All of a sudden, she just stopped, got like extremely mad, ripped a picture off of her wall, threw it across her kitchen. It smashed against another wall, shattered into a million pieces. I was trying to act natural, so I'm like walking, but I was fucking like speed walking. My ass was clenched, like stapled together. I was fucking trying to get out of that bitch so fast. And then she started getting louder and louder day by day. We noticed she was screaming a lot about gay people. Every other word was the F slur for gay people and the N word for black people. And it's on camera. It's in the videos I'm gonna show you. It's sponsored, so I'm gonna bleep it out, but it's in the videos I'm gonna show you. She's constantly using the F slur and screaming. And we were like, who is she on the phone with? Who is she fighting on the phone with every single day? So that literally went on for weeks. And you guys are gonna see in the videos how loud we hear it. Like, honestly, she might even hear me right now, which is terrifying, but that went on for weeks. And then things started getting really bad and I started taking videos. About 2 weeks ago, I was sitting right there. Zach was in our room. We were both working and we started hearing like really sexual crying noises coming from the hallway. And then we just hear a full-on brawl of like 3 to 4 different people. And we were like, what the fuck is going on out there? It turns out the last set of blinds that she had on her sliding glass door, she ripped them off the door, threw them out of her apartment in our hallway, and was literally fist fighting the blinds.
Like by herself.
We thought it was like 3 to 4 different people because of all the different voices she was using, but like literally fist fighting the blinds, like ripping them up into pieces, punching them, kicking them. We didn't open the door, but here's like the audio / video of that. And that like little demonic voice at the end, that's one of the noises she's constantly making in the hallway, but like saying really scary shit on top of making really homophobic and racist remarks. And then a few days after that video you just saw, Zach and I were both working again, sitting at our computers. She just started saying like really creepy things. Not even like, I'm gonna beat your ass, like really just like creepy things. She kept saying like, I'm coming for you. Like, in these really creepy voices, and I'm just like, maybe she got a puppy.
Maybe she's playing with the puppy in the hallway.
And then where this video is gonna pick up, it was right after she was saying, I'm coming for you. You'll hear her say, slowly I turn, but she's like, slowly I turn. I don't know why, but that got stuck in my head like a catchy song. Every day to Zach, I always say now, slowly I turn. But she says, slowly I turn, and then she goes step by step by step by step, and every step she's stomping. And then on the last step, she aggressively tries to get into our apartment. Like, that little laugh she did is so creepy. And like, here's the thing. To be honest, if she was charging me, I'd drop kick a bitch. Like, I'd be fine. For real. I got no problem with that. But what I'm scared of is I don't know what she's capable of. Like, did she have a knife in her hand? Is she on like one of those drugs that makes people like go and eat their fucking neighbors' faces? I don't know. It's really creepy, and this shit happens all the time. I'm not gonna oversaturate this YouTube video with all these crazy 12-second videos of her, but I'm just giving you the gist of shit that I'm dealing with every day here. So, do you hear her slamming her door? Lately, she's been going outside and fist fighting these imaginary people. In the video I'm about to show you, she was fighting 2 gay guys that don't exist. That don't exist. She's using the F slur like constantly throughout the video. I'll bleep it out, but a lot of it's gonna be blurred out because it's where I live, and I'm obviously gonna blur out her face. But you can see her making fun of the way these 2 imaginary gay guys walk. I started recording because she was literally fist fighting them outside, and it's just crazy because she'll like look this way and fight in someone's face and then like get in someone else's face, but no one's there. And she's tried to get into my apartment twice now. I got the one time on camera, but there's another time she tried to get into my apartment. Like I said, I could oversaturate this video with a bunch of little clips of her, but number one, most of the stuff she says is way too bad for me to even put on the internet. I genuinely do feel bad for her, but at the same time, like, sometimes I'll go to my parents' house really late, I'll come back really late, and I'm genuinely nervous if she has like a weapon or something. Like I said, this wasn't gonna be much of a story time, more of like the first update to hopefully not many. I know someone said that there's a helpline, I think it's 211, where you can call and people will come and do a wellness check on her rather than like calling the cops and, you know, having a really bad situation happen. So I might do that. We've been trying to get a hold of management, but I guess they're so busy with all the renovations and stuff that they haven't answered. I'll keep you guys updated. You guys are all my friends, and I just want to let you guys know that I got my new apartment, I love it, but behind the scenes, not everything's perfect, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you in like 3 days.